through trouble, the first thing to look for is not any other person. Find the word of God and declare the word of God over that thing. I don't know that I've ever shared that testimony before. When I just gave my life to Christ in 2007, that's when I gave my life to Christ. September 19, I can't forget. September 9. Like 2 months later, I cannot remember if it was exactly 2 months, but less than 2 months. My guardian in school had a burial. So she said that she wanted me to go to the burial. The burial was in Osun State. That I would go with them from school. So I went. When we got there, we were in the room preparing for the burial when suddenly a child collapsed. All of them were running for water, running for food, running for everything. Me, I was meditating on He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High. So I went to the boy. I said, He who dwells in the secret place of the Most High. That's the only thing I know in the Bible. Because I was a new convert. I shall abide under the shadow of the Almighty. And all of them were still running for water. Before I finished reading that scripture, the boy stood up. And I'm not joking with you. The boy stood up. When they came back, they said, what did I do? I said, I prayed. Why? There was a word bubbling in my spirit at that time. And I did not need the right one. I only needed that one that was ready to read it. Many times when the challenge of life comes, it's not the word of God that you will go and pick. It's the one that's already resident in us that will pop up. That's why you must have the word. You must have the word all the time. You must be carrying. There must be a word you are carrying at every time. The word of God that is exciting you. If I ask you which word is exciting you at the moment, even if you don't have anyone, at least there is always a scripture for the month. Carry that one in your heart if you cannot find one. The one for this month now is Psalms 34 verse 10. The young lion may suffer lack and want, but you, because you are an IGCC member, you will not lack any good thing. Even if you don't have any scripture in your heart, that one you should be able to recite it without anything. The young lion may suffer lack and want, but me, next level, I shall not lack anything. That's the need for food. The next one is the need for sleep. And I said I liken that one to fasting. As the natural man needs sleep, because the natural man cannot go 11 days without sleeping, or the natural man will die. It's the same way the supernatural man should not go 11 days without fasting. That's the part that people may not like to hear, but it's the truth. And last week I told you, I said Thursday is the Lord's Day in this church. Forget food, just forget it. You will not die. I hope you will not die. But you will make sure that your spirit man is alive, catching it. Sleep helps you to prevent excess weight gain. I told you last week, and I said, if you want your spirit, your flesh not to have too much weight than your spirit, you have to fast. Fasting helps you to lose the weight of the flesh and helps your spirit to be alive. But today, the second point is that sleep, when a natural man sleeps, he has revelation, what he calls dreams. When you fast, one of the attributes of fasting is that you have a revelation. Isaiah 58 verse 8. Let's see. Isaiah 58 verse 8. Isaiah chapter 58 verse 8. First read verse 1. First go to verse 1, then you go to verse 8. Verse 1. Okay, go down. Next verse. Next verse. Yes. Why have we fasted and you have not seen? Why have we been afflicted and our souls and you take no notice? In fact, in the day of your fast, you find pleasures and exploit all your laborers. Continue. He said, indeed, you fast for strife and debate. That means you fast so that you can show the whole world that you know how to fast. And to strike with the fist of wickedness. You will not fast as to this day to make your voice heard on high. Continue. He said, is it a fast that I have chosen? A day for a man to afflict his soul. This is what fasting is. That you afflict your soul. To bow his head like a bulrush, that's prayer. To bow your head and pray. Excuse me, if you are here and you fast and you don't take out time to pray, may I announce to you that you have been going through hunger strike and not fasting? Good. And to spread our clothes and ashes, would you call this a fast? An acceptable day of the Lord? Continue. Is this not the fast that I've chosen? Now see what he says normal fasting should do. Number one, to loose the bond of wickedness. So if wicked men have been disturbing you, what should you do, sir? Fast. Fasting will loose the bond of wickedness. He said to undo heavy burden. So if you are burdened, what should you do? Good. He said to let the oppressed go free. So if you are oppressed, what should you do? Good. And to break every yoke. If you think there's a yoke in your life, what should you do? Continue. Next verse. He said you should share your bread with the hungry. The food you are supposed to eat, carry it. Give another person. Yes. Yeah. The food you are supposed to eat, that one that you skipped because you are fasting, look for someone that is hungry. And that you bring to your house the poor, those who are cast out. When you see the wicked, that you cover him and not hide yourself from your own flesh. Next verse. He said, then, after you have done all these things, your light will break forth like the morning, and your healing will spring forth feeding, and your righteousness shall go before you, and the glory of God shall be your rear guard. Is it me that said it?
No, sir.
So for those of you that don't like fasting, you have seen how many things that you are missing out on when you don't fast. If you are oppressed, if you are yoked, if the wicked person is going against you, let them not even come against you fast. Tell your neighbor fast. And fast regularly. Don't eat your destiny away. Don't eat your destiny away. I told you, some of you in this church, when I first started my journey with God, 150 days fast, 100 days fast. That's how I used to go. One person came to ask me one day, why are you fasting? I said, because I want to know God. The person said, 100 days. I said, yes. Is it paying off now? Did I die? No. Okay. Fasting delivers you from the oppression of the enemy. You think the devil is oppressing you too much? Don't go and meet any baba or mama to fast for you. I don't know where people get that theology from, that you go and meet one prophet. I've told you before, I'm not that kind of prophet, I'm not that kind of pastor. Don't come to me for some things. I will not be fasting and you'll be eating. It's not possible. It's either we fast together or I don't fast, I eat, you eat. Yes. No problem. It's the truth. So me, I should die. And you should be living your life. If you come to me, my issue need fasting, I go ask you. You go fast. If you you will fast, I will fast. But that I should live my own personal life and all the other ministry people and fast for you so that you can go and sit down. You cannot. That's not the kind of ministry God sent me. No, but jokes apart, fasting is good for you. It's good for you. And it has nothing to do with anybody wants you to suffer you. Excuse me. If you fast, you know God carry the forgive me. And now you and God go get personal encounters. If you have lost any spiritual gift, if you are here and you used to have a spiritual gift before and it stops, fast for 3 days and see if it will not come back. Just try it. Fast for 3 days and see if that gift will not